First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Live starts now.
We've been here at least an hour and 15 minutes in line. Got up at like some ungodly hour to get an 8:15 flight.
You think it's not going to be that bad, but then you get here and, you think, oh man, it really is as bad as they say it is.
Happening right now, frustrations for flyers. All across the country, travelers still seeing hours-long security lines at some major U.S. airports. Callouts from Transportation Security Administration officers continue as they haven't been paid since mid-February. Yesterday, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents were sent to 14 airports, including some of those hardest hit by those TSA staffing shortages. The White House border czar said ICE agents are assisting with simpler tasks. Republican lawmakers emerged from the White House with a plan to mostly fund the DHS and begin paying TSA agents once again. According to a source familiar with the talks, a portion of immigration enforcement funding and pieces of President Trump's voter ID bill, known as the Save America Act, which the president has said is needed for any deal, would be left out and require separate legislation. We want to welcome you into Fox 10 Live on this Tuesday. I'm Ashlyn Mitchell. Thanks for joining us outside today. It is a beautiful day. Let's continue our trending headlines. Well, as President Trump makes a big push for peace, Iran continues lashing out at its Mideast neighbors, including Israel, where multiple waves of missiles targeted Tel Aviv. A multi-story apartment building suffered major damage. Other countries like Kuwait, the UAE, and Saudi Arabia also taking heavy fire. The UAE's top diplomat said today his country will, quote, never be blackmailed by terrorists, indicating a military response could soon be coming.
Groups that normally would remain neutral are tired of taking Shahed strikes every single night and seeing their tourist centers bombed.
Meanwhile, talks between the U.S. and Iran are expected to resume as early as this week. President Trump says he's cautiously optimistic a deal can be reached. The president's 5-day grace period for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz expires this Friday. Listen to this. A crushed Air Canada jet remains on the runway at LaGuardia Airport 2 days after it collided with a fire truck, killing 2 pilots. Today marks the NTSB's first full day of this investigation. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy says the plane's cockpit and flight data recorders have been recovered from the wreck. Both are undamaged and could lead to clues about what happened. The 2 young pilots killed were both at the start of their aviation careers, and some passengers credit them for saving their lives. The runway where the crash occurred remains closed this afternoon and could be shut down for several more days. And locally, the National Transportation Safety Board releasing a preliminary report on the deadly plane crash near Gulf Shores earlier this month. Officials say this plane left Flagler Executive Airport in Palm Coast, Florida, on a personal flight to Gulf Shores International. According to air traffic control recordings, the pilot reported weak radio reception on approach, but appeared to follow instructions up until the moments before the crash. Dana Rule and John George, both of Gulf Shores, were killed when their Beechcraft A-36 went down March 7th in Bon Secours Bay. The NTSB has not released a cause, and this investigation continues. And we're also following some breaking news out of Baldwin County right now. There is a small brush fire burning in Gulf State Park. A live look on your screen there. Gulf Shores Fire Rescue does have many crews on scene. People are asked to steer clear of this area for now. Now, our Hal Sherrick is headed there to the scene, and we'll have an update on Fox 10 News at 4 and 5. So stay with us for updates on this story. For other local stories we are working on, here is Fox 10's Brendan Kirby.
Ashlyn, Annette Davis lived here with her husband and son. When this happened over the weekend, they were here. They managed to get out, but now they've lost everything they own. Coming up at Fox 10 News at 5, I'll tell you about an effort to help this family get back on their feet and the latest in the criminal investigation into who did this.
As we said earlier, it is a nice day to be outside here on the jet deck, and temperatures are pulled back a little bit. Humidity is a little lower today. and of course something we're keeping an eye on. Thankfully the wind is not strong, but let's go back out to the camera there. And it's a little bit behind the banner, but you can see this is our Eastern Shore Toyota Camera Network. You're looking northwest there from Turquoise Place in Orange Beach, and there you can see, if you look, there is that little bit of smoke there, and that is looking towards Gulf State Park. So just keep that in mind. And we do have very dry conditions that are out there today, and that's just something that we're watching out for. Here's the dew points right now. They are low in the 40s and 50s. It might have that drier feel out there if you've noticed. So again, burning is not recommended. It's been so dry, and of course there you see in that earlier camera shot the fire that was burning there in Gulf State Park. So just keep those things in mind. Let's talk about just the general forecast right now. Temperatures are mainly in the upper 70s or right near 80 degrees. The beach forecast for tomorrow, it's a low risk of rip currents again. Thursday, low risk of rip currents. Friday, low risk of rip currents with no major issues there. UV index forecast, putting this over the next few days, we're not bad, but it's still very high, so you're going to want to pay attention and make sure that you are putting on sunscreen for all those spring breakers. All right, we want to remind you once again that the Fox 10 Weather app is your place to submit pictures and videos. Head to the homepage and scroll down. There you can submit those pictures and videos. Also recommend you can send those to us on social media, and we can put those on here. We are in desperate need of more photos, so please send them in. The overall forecast over the next 7 days is generally warm. We have some drier air that pushes in here in the weekend, and that is going to knock our temperature down very, very, very slightly, get back into the 70s in Mobile, but otherwise it's 80s and warm temperatures here. Mild mornings continue. We could see some patchy fog developing later on this week, something we'll keep an eye on for the mornings, but you can see temperature generally in the around 60 degrees or in the 50s over the next 7 days. This is a really quiet forecast for this time of year.
Yeah, and speaking of quiet and beautiful, we had to do the show outside today on the deck because it's gorgeous, and Nick, we're kind of feeling a little bit of that breeze today as well, which helps things out. Yeah,
almost a little bit more of a breeze than I thought, but it picks up around 10 miles per hour in the afternoon. That's what we're getting. And it is, because the air is a little drier, it has this kind of cooler feel to the breeze. So really, really nice. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And let's go ahead and take a look at some pictures submitted by you all today, starting off with this one from a couple of our tried and true viewers right here. Carlton and Casey Euler, a Saturday sunrise from Grand Bay on the first full day of spring, which was on Friday. Yes, so going back over this photo, but a great photo here, again in Grand Bay. Clear sky, and this is how it's looked over the past few days, where it's been completely clear skies. You know, I think some people might see that, okay, it's clear skies, so the weather's boring. That still means that we want the sunset photos, so come on. Absolutely. We do need more of those. Also, send us your outdoor activities too, because I know with springtime, you know, ball games are picking up once again. So we want to see what you guys are doing in the community. It doesn't just have to be pictures of the sky either. So good reminder there. This next one. This is Tony Knowles. This is going to be from Dauphin Island. Wow. Yeah, that one takes the cake today. That one's beautiful. Yeah, you get a nice gradient in the clear sky. These are the kinds of sunset, sunrise, whatever photos that we want. So thank you, Tony, for this one. That is a nice one. Be sure to frame that one, Tony. Madonna Andrew sent us Old Glory flying in the wind on this windy but beautiful day. When could this have been? I actually do not know, but blue, very, very, very blue sky in that photo. A little bit of wind out there, she said, so catching the flag. A really, really nice photo. Yes, beautiful. Thank you for sending that one to us. We love seeing that picture there. Tiffany Williamson sent us, this is CJ, and she said, CJ is proud to be an American. It's almost like a little Captain America suit. I know. I like it. It's so cute. We always love the dog photos. Hopefully you can look out for those in the mornings, of course. Also, please give Nick and I your best advice for teaching your dog how to pose, because I can't remember the last time I got a good picture of my dog. Does your dog pose pretty well? You were saying that he has some issues sometimes, right? Yeah, he doesn't pose. If you get a good candid of him, it's good though, because he has floppy ears. It's cute. I feel like when my dog sees the camera, he just runs the other way. He's not like me, his mom. He likes the camera. There you go. This one's from Courtney Terrell. Frankie and Gracie, are they out on the boat there? What? I can't see. I think they are. Yes, they are.
Frankie
It's
and
very
Gracie.
pretty. That is a gorgeous photo.
Two
Look at the
dogs.
clouds.
Two cute little pups enjoying time on the water. Their little hands are perched up on the front of
Okay.
the boat there, and they're taking in the view.
I love that. A great photo, by the way. So please send in those kind of pet photos as well. We always appreciate those.
Yes, but yeah, that wraps up our Your Story for the day. Again, it's a beautiful stretch of weather that we're having, so we want to see those pictures. Nick, really quick before we go, how can people submit those?
You might notice that if you have submitted on the Foxtown Weather app before, it is slightly different now. We've switched systems, and I don't know if the new look scares some folks, but it is a little different. So when you open it up, it goes straight to the submission box now. So you just enter those fields, and you up top it says browse, and there you can select your photo that you want to submit. Same kind of thing where it's submission with email, name, and whatnot. Put the date and preferably the time that you took it, because we don't get access to that data. So put that in there. It really helps us out determine when the photo was taken. But yeah, just send in a good sunset photo tonight.
Please do. It is 3:10 on your Tuesday now. Thank you for staying with us here on Fox 10 Live Outside. We'll be back with much more.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Live on this Tuesday. Faster delivery is coming, Nick.
This is interesting because I didn't know this, but FedEx is who we're talking about here. FedEx is launching a same-day delivery service. I didn't know that they didn't have this.
Yeah, me either. It will compete with Amazon, which revealed its service just last week.
Wait a minute, what?
Did you miss this? You might have been off the day we talked about this. I'll fill you in a second.
Okay, well, okay, interesting. FedEx same-day local will let shoppers choose 2-hour or end-of-day delivery.
Yeah, it is teaming up with a partner, OneRail, and a network of delivery providers similar to Amazon. Don't quote me on this, but I do know that they launched a quicker delivery option. I believe there's an hour option and end-of-day option with certain hygiene products and items that are easy to get to folks' front door.
I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I'm thinking of like 2-day
Maybe
shipping.
so. Yeah, this is
Because I didn't
new,
realize
but this
that
is new for
Amazon-
Amazon as well.
I
So,
didn't realize that, but I guess
Yeah.
that is right.
yeah, I will take full advantage of these delivery options.
See,
for
okay,
sure.
so do you order groceries and stuff?
I do. I'm a big Walmart pickup, Publix pickup gal sometimes.
Everybody's told me to do that.
It's
I just
so
don't.
convenient. You don't have to go into the store and spend unnecessary money. That's why I did it, because I needed to have self-control. Because I'll go in and I'm like, that's on sale, that's on sale. And before I know it, I'm spending way more than what I actually needed to get.
You know, like the experience of going walking around.
No, that's absolutely dangerous for me. You should
Okay.
try it. Maybe you're
maybe.
good at, maybe you're better at budgeting than I am. You probably are.
I don't know.
Well, a good option there for you if you
Yep.
utilize FedEx. 2 bear cubs are now in the care of San Diego Humane Society's Ramona Wildlife Center.
The brothers arrived in Ramona, California on March 15th after their mother was deemed a threat to public safety.
She was humanely euthanized by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Yeah, the cubs are thought to be around 2 or 3 months old.
Aw, the plan is to raise the cubs and eventually return them to the wild. They are cute. Look at their little faces.
that.
Oh, that's so sweet. These are black bear cubs, correct? From what I'm seeing?
I don't know.
I
I
assume
don't know my bear
we
species.
have a lot of black bears in Saraland, Alabama, and Mobile County as a whole. I've never seen little bear cubs in the wild, though. Have you?
No, I have not.
I've only seen full-sized.
Look at the faces.
Yeah, they're precious.
Why
And
do their faces look like human faces?
Look at their eyes do too. They're so lifelike. Look at their massive stuffed animal by them too. That's sweet. It looks like a giant bear, maybe to take the place of the mom. How fun is that? Well,
so cool. Okay.
to mark 250 years of American independence, the U.S. Mint is releasing a series of limited edition coins, and they're pretty cool.
So, guests at Mount Vernon, that's the historic home of George Washington, were among the first to get their hands on a new Revolutionary War quarters.
The coins feature Washington on one side and a Continental Army soldier on the other.
And there's more. 5 new quarter designs are coming this year, featuring iconic images like the Mayflower, the Liberty Bell, and Independence Hall.
As well as special anniversary nickels, dimes, and half dollars will also be produced, along with collectible pennies marked with 1776, and of course, the anniversary year of 2026. I'm excited to see how these turn out.
Yes, I always like new quarter designs. I remember, like, I have all the state quarters. I have a collection of those.
Really?
I have, and these are just things that I gathered over years. The more recent design was the, I think it was figures or something, but those designs too, I've also tried to collect a few of those.
They're really neat. I don't have a lot of coins on hand anymore because I feel like, you know, you have Apple Pay now, debit cards, etc.
I don't use cash anymore, but
yeah, I was about to say.
Yes.
Add it to the collection if you have it. NASA has outlined a plan to build a permanent base on the moon. This is a big story.
So the agency says the goal is to strengthen U.S. leadership in space by establishing a sustained human presence.
The plan includes more frequent missions, initially targeting landings every 6 months.
It will roll out in phases, starting with robotic missions, then building infrastructure, and later enabling long-term stays on the moon.
Wow, the first crewed moon missions since the 1970s are set to begin next year. We were talking about this a little bit ago on Fox 10 Midday. Nothing like this has ever happened in our lifetime. You know, we grew up reading about the moon landings in school, so this is exciting for us.
I am excited when moon missions start to happen. This is going to be a really exciting time for space. It is such an interesting topic. It's going to be really fun to watch.
Can't wait.
Well, right now we're keeping an eye on Gulf State Park. Eastern Shore Toyota Camera Network. This is looking towards Gulf State Park from Turquoise Place. That's, of course, the really tall building there in Orange Beach. You can see a couple plumes of smoke there. We do have a fire that is burning in Gulf State Park. Our House Sheriff's on the way there to get more information. But we talked about this. We talked about this. And we've written in our discussions online. The air is a little dry today, specifically, and we have been in a drought, so no burning. Burning is really not recommended here today. And here you can see one of the instances. We don't know the cause of this, of course. Brush fire is what we're calling this, but of course we'll keep you updated if we learn anything about this. But this is just kind of a general reminder. We have controlled burns going on across the area as well. It is that season, but it is dry. So if you are planning on burning, you really need to be careful. Just don't recommend it at this time because it has been so dry. Temperatures right now in the 70s for most of the Fox 10 viewing area. Here you can see some clouds that are rolling in. Those clouds will start to take over the skies this evening. It should make for an interesting sunset, so the evening planner looking cool here with mostly cloudy conditions and temperatures in the 60s. And overnight, yes, cool temperatures in the 50s into our Wednesday morning. So just keep that in mind for tomorrow morning. Maybe a very light sweater or something, but you'll be able to lose it quickly. As you can see, the highs tomorrow go well up into the 70s and 80s. There's 75 degrees in Mobile tomorrow with just a few clouds. Pensacola looks like a nice and mostly sunny day, especially towards the end of it, with a southeast wind around 10 miles per hour. Rain chances stay pretty much near zero through this forecast. It's a quiet one. Weekend looking fantastic for events, and early next week we're staying in the upper 70s near 80.
I love it. It's beautiful here at the Fox 10 studios, and the same story happening in downtown Mobile. Take a look at that beautiful blue sky. We will be back with more Fox 10 Live right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
This is Steve Alexander on the assignment that some of the stories we're following today. The National Transportation Safety Board has now issued a preliminary report on the crash of that small plane near Gulf Shores earlier this month that killed 2 people. In Northwest Florida, authorities are investigating a stabbing at a middle school story we've been following today. Mobile City Council meeting today set to talk about an ordinance concerning the sale of consumable hemp products. Jordan Lassiter is looking at that. And Stephen Moody tells us about developments at a wonderful place here in Mobile, the Ronald McDonald House, how it helps people, and renovations that are going on to family rooms that serve a hospital.
All right, thank you, Steve. It is a big day for Hannah Montana fans because today is the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana's release. The special premiere is airing tonight as well. And because of that, Starbucks has released limited edition Hannah Montana drinks that we have right here.
Released. So I would like you to explain your
Yes.
ordering experience. Not a negative thing, but it was an interesting one.
Yes, so this is part of Starbucks' secret menu. So in order to order this drink, you have to know what goes in this drink. And I'm going to tell you really quickly, it's all part of the protocol. I was telling Nick it's kind of like the golden ticket to get in and get this. But there is raspberry cold foam on top, 2 pumps of raspberry syrup, and the base is the strawberry acai drink without the chunks of strawberry. So the order is right here. You can also find the order online as well.
Yeah,
But let's go.
I was looking. So if you do look it up, you can find the
Easy
thing. It's
Google
really,
search.
it's like if you search it is the top thing you see. Okay.
I've been
cheers.
waiting for the past 2 hours to try
Have a
this.
rocking day, and
Yes.
you also said they were playing Hannah
They
Montana.
were.
Mhm.
I'll tell you about that in a second.
So, what do you think?
That's good. Yep. And of course,
Oh, I
we
love
have
these
the Hannah
refreshers.
Montana colors here. But as part of this special day, they were playing very loudly Hannah Montana music, and I could hear it even in the drive-thru. Even though I wasn't inside the location, and one of the workers was like, "This is the best day ever." I walked in, we've just been jamming all day long, and
Oh,
so
that's funny.
nostalgic for so many of us because we were 6 when Hannah
Yeah, we
Montana
were-
came
we
out,
were
so we grew
kids.
up with Hannah Montana on the Disney Channel.
Yes, and this is a big show for a lot of people who are our age,
Mm-hmm.
and we're excited. I think whoever you were, you watched
good.
Disney Channel as a kid. That's just what you
Absolutely,
did.
yeah.
And so this is a nice little treat.
Can't wait to see Miley back in action too.
Yeah.
If you are a fan, I know some people that have watched it already. You're also in your Hannah Montana purple. He's a big Hannah fan.
Yeah, I guess that was unintentional, but you know what? I'll take it.
Well, so we're gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy these delicious drinks on this beautiful
Yep.
Tuesday. Thank you for joining us here on Fox 10 Live. We'll see you on Fox 10 News at 4. Cheers.